'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the palace, not a creature was stirring, not even Dickbutt, that old phallus. The controllers were wrapped by the consoles with care, in the hope that the Nintendo Switch would soon be there. The crew was all drunk and passed out in their beds, with visions of Goombas being stomped in their heads. When down in the basement there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Down to the chairs where they normally sit, there were 5 Christmas movies, each one of them shit. There was Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, starring Aubrey Plaza. Oh, isn't that casting clever? Chasing the cat, in came the dogs with the oh-so-adorable Santa paws. Next up came the conservative Christian movie Last Ounce of Courage, which is probably great if you think only straight should have marriage. Fourth on the list was the Christmas horror Elves. It has neo-Nazis and Hitler. I'm not gonna rhyme here, cause like, seriously, who makes this shit up? And then last but not least was Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. With a 1.3 on IMDb, this movie's so bad it has to be funny. The bananas were in for quite the fright when they see the 5 movies they'd have to watch in one night. Hey guys, welcome to a very banana Christmas.
Very, very banana Christmas, I'd say. Look at our set. Look at our beautiful set. It's so...
There's lights and trees.
This dude with the beard?
Well, we're gonna review so many terrible Christmas movies, hours of our life spent going through these horrific, just murders on film.
God awful. They were all god awful. 9 hours of my life. I wish I could get back.
But we're gonna jump right into our very first feature-length film, the Christian warrior, conservative ideal porn, Last Ounce of Courage.
And with no further ado...
That was a little more ado. So instantly, it's Hellfighter Productions. You know this is gonna be bad.
And right away with the Ronald Reagan quote, because this is conservative value porn.
I'm conservative and there was only ever one president, Ronald Bush Reagan. So this movie starts off with some cheesy backstory. Here's some characters you're supposed to care about maybe. They're having adorable interactions. The guy on a motorcycle now. Yeah, that fits there. That was a good juxtaposition.
Cause America.
America.
He's got the freedom flag. He's riding his Harley Davidson. He's got the vest with all the patches on it. Clearly, this guy's a badass.
But not just a badass American.
Christian American.
Conservative Christian American badass. Then we go on to see this Tom Cruise type is shipping off to the army, and as you can tell by all these heartfelt speeches telling him to come back home again,
Just come back.
he's not coming back home again.
Nope, he's totally dead.
He's super dead.
Super dead. And is that a Willie Nelson lookalike in the background? Or was that just a homeless guy?
Was that either A, Willie Nelson lookalike, B, a homeless guy that just happened to wander into shot, or C, God?
I'm gonna go with C, and also A, and also B.
So after McNever coming back home again leaves, we get some generic stock photo of some war stuff that doesn't even fit with the current era of war fighting.
Most of it's Vietnam footage, just so you guys know.
And then he dies.
Yeah. And he's dead.
You can tell he's dead, because she has a feeling. Yeah.
Oh, I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me.
So
My
sad.
husband died, and I'm pretty sure that this feeling is 100% true.
You don't really feel bad that he died. You're just kind of told to feel bad.
Yeah, like you never really knew who this guy was at all. You just knew he was a Tom Cruise lookalike, and that's it. That's all you knew about him, and that he loved his family and his dad very, very much so.
And God.
Oh, and God.
And
Don't
Ronald
forget about
Reagan
that.
quotes. Oh yeah, so after the funeral, the girlie here just decides to leave forever because it'll be easier to raise her son away from these helpful grandparents.
I would hate to raise my kid around my dead husband's grandparents and all these memories.
Did the main character really need to be a biker, a mayor, a pharmacist? Like, does he have to be all these things to be super cool Ronald Reagan America?
Yes. He also has to have tools in his shed and an American flag right next to those tools and a Harley Davidson
an
bike.
indoor American flag. He's got a flag to fly on the back of his motorcycle and a flag cover to put it on. So then immediately skip forward 14 years and the woman is coming back home. So really that point of the plot served no purpose at all.
Yep, her leaving was literally irrelevant. Thanks, movie.
And then the mom drops the greatest line ever.
You're all grown up. Just like your dad.
Except he's dead. Burn, sucker.
Ooh.
Inappropriate, Grandma.
Look at this handshake. What is this handshake? What's going on
He
there?
looks like he just sexually assaulted his hand. Like the look Grandpa Bob gives him when he does that handshake is just, like, I've been violated. Whoa. Yo, Grandpa, blood.
Basically, it's just a bunch of boring plot about the family and the grandpa and the son not liking each other.
And then the little bastard kid goes out in the garage and starts rooting through Grandpa's stuff.
How could you?
And he finds his dad's old war tapes. And Grandpa takes the one, because he's like, oh, this one's me and the missus. This one's not for Johnny's eyes, you know?
This one's not for your ass, sonny boy. But you think after like 14 years, the grandpa would just be, you know, he would have accepted his son's death at this point? But he hasn't, and he's taking it out on this grandson. And
He's immediately displays this emotional baggage on the grandson.
It's the worst plot in the world. It's so bad, and they're somehow turning this into a Christmas movie. Just...
Not yet, but we're getting there.
We're getting there. It turns into one at some point.
We're told. Grandpa starts reminiscing about the time that his son left, except he was following a train, and his son left on a bus.
And I told him to defend our freedoms with his last ounce of courage.
And at 16 minutes, they name drop the movie. All right, movie, you did it. You resisted the urge for 16 whole minutes. Good job, movie. Gold star.
Woohoo! And after a long-awaited 17 whole minutes...
Santa's coming, you know.
It's finally a Christmas movie.
We're a fifth of the way into the movie before they even mentioned Christmas.
Yeah, it's not even established up until this point that it's a Christmas movie.
This movie wants to bring Christmas back. Maybe this movie should have remembered it was a Christmas movie sooner. So then there's another flashback with the grandpa and the son, and it's just weirdly gay porn sexual.
This is the most awkward back and forth cutscene ever. We're not even 20 minutes into this movie, and I've lost count of how many scenes have made me feel physical pain.
So then the next day, little McNobody cares about your face.
Goes to school.
And gets in trouble for bringing in a Bible.
What'd you bring, a knife or something?
A knife?
Psh, I wouldn't bring a knife to school. I'd only bring God's word.
Have you seen how cool my hair swoop is? Too cool for knives. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out for you. No principal in the world would call a child into the office because he brought a Bible into school. If you think that, you're a moron.
You're absolutely stupid.
You're an actual moron. They have an actual Bill O'Reilly clip in this movie. I'm done. I can't. It's too conservative for me.
What did my dad die for, Bob?
That's what happens in war.
He gave his life for his country. So, what are we doing? What are you doing?
Chris.
Your grandfather was in a very special unit. He rescued prisoners of war.
What are you doing now?
It's not that easy, kid. What are you doing?
I'm just one kid.
Well, I'm just one grandpa.
I'm just a grandpa. And
now-
a pharmacist. and a
also a
biker.
mayor.
Now on when people ask me to help them with chores and things, it's like, I'm just a grandpa.
You can't tell me what to do, sonny boy. I'm just a grandpa.
Sir, get off of that tree. I'm just a grandpa.
Could you take longer pooping on the toilet? I'm just a grandpa.
Then because this child can just not get enough of rummaging through Grandpa's belongings, they go upstairs to rummage through some more of his belongings. This time looking for Christmas decorations. We can't find anything Christmas. What about this giant Christmas sign out in the open?
Oh boy, it's just what we needed. Good thing we didn't see it right when we came up the fucking stairs.
They talk so much about there not being any Christmas. Where is there not Christmas? It's Christmas time right now, and like I drive down the street and all the city square is lit up. There's Christmas trees in front of every city hall building. There's Christmas everywhere.
The park, literally 5 minutes away from our house, is lit up in Christmas lights.
Like we're 4 blocks away, no matter what direction you go in, from tons of Christmas.
Apparently, this is the only town in the United States that just doesn't have the Christmas spirit anymore.
Do conservatives really believe that Christmas is this dead?
They must. At least the writers of this movie did. I'm so mad that everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas the way I want to celebrate Christmas. So there's this whole play in the movie.
Worst subplot ever.
They're creating this non-denominational play so as to not offend people when they say Merry Christmas.
I'm offended by all of this movie.
I am too. Kimmy Gibbler bitch just doesn't know how to act. Go back to Full House, where your wacky misadventures were accepted.
So then in the meantime, Grandpa's gonna start bringing back Christmas, finally, 1/3 into the movie.
About time.
And he's gonna set up some Christmas decorations, but then the liberal media shows up.
Oh God, not the liberal media. Whatever are they going to do? Ban Christmas forever?
Dun dun dun! So after Grandpa upsets the liberal media, we get to meet the greatest character, liberal media lawyer, the Hammer.
Also known as Warren Hammerschmidt.
Warren Hammerschmidt, but he's got hammer in air quotes right there. Don't you doubt him. It's the Hammer.
Probably one of the best characters in this movie.
I would not work for a man that made me call him the Hammer unless I was working on a gay porn set and he was a method actor.
I love
and
it.
Boy, is the Hammer a good actor.
Obviously, your mayor is not fully cognizant of the statutes that pertain to the separation of church and state.
I'm having a real hard time getting through these lines. So then, dumbass McDumbass assistant has to write all of this down because he's a dumbass and takes it to Mayor Bob at his pharmacy.
Why did he have to write it down?
Why is he a pharmacist? It just don't... This movie makes me want to be a Scientologist. So then to fight the good fight for Christmas, the kids decide to get together and sabotage the Christmas play.
Operation Aliens. Operation Aliens!
I hate this girl. I hate all of these girls. I hate all of them. I hate every character that has been introduced in this scene. Congratulations, movie. Perfect score.
It's Operation Christmas.
How about Operation Sabotage?
We three kings of Orient are.
I don't even have any comment. This is just literally the worst scene ever.
And now, for our first interpretive dance scene. And it's so bad that it feels like this is the actual sabotage for the play. But it's not. It's actually the play. It's just the play.
But then some other boring crap happens for a while.
Take care of that matter. Now, immediately do it.
Take care of that matter, he said dramatically.
Do
like
it.
a normal person would. What matter? We're a lawyer's office. We deal with lots of stuff.
Yeah, we don't just deal with condensation.
Then dramatically in front of everyone, Bob takes a final stand. Evil liberal lawyer tells him he's not mayor anymore. And then he goes home sad to his Christmas party.
Damn that evil liberal lawyer! Damn you, Hammer!
Where everybody waits to show up dramatically at the same time, because nothing's more fun than making people think that no one is showing up to their Christmas party. Well, then, while the Christmas party's going on, something nefarious is afoot.
Oh no, what could it be?
Not the fake Christmas lights. Not the
No.
fake Christmas lights!
No!
And back to another one of mine. No person would ever say this. No one would ever slander a soldier because somebody in his unit died. Again, liberals would not do that. If you think that, you're a moron. And then convenient to the plot, the janitor and Bob were in the same unit, even though they're clearly like 20 years apart in age.
Clearly. What is actually going on with this plot, guys? What is going on? It's gone out the window and it's just flying away.
It's gone wherever they think Christmas is gone in this movie.
To hell in a handbasket. I'm so sad.
So then, finally, after all of the cliched Mayor Grandpa becomes just regular Grandpa, obviously he goes up, gets on top of the building like a crazy person, and has a big dramatic moment in front of the whole city. I feel really bad for this guy who climbed up to help, but is now caught in an awkward situation, because he's not really a part of this family moment.
It's just a long-ass boring speech about the spirit of Christmas and Christianity and conservatism.
Wait, and then that homeless guy's there again? Why is the homeless guy back?
He's gonna be God, isn't he?
He's probably gonna be God.
Damn it.
I'm going home to spend Christmas with my family.
Well, happy holidays, Jessica. And we'll be right back after these messages. What the heck's going on here?
What the heck is going on here? What the heck?
He is sent to jail, and in his jail cell, he has a radio because that radio was provided to him by the homeless guy we saw earlier in the movie.
Homeless
who
God.
We're thinking is probably God.
He's definitely
and
God.
He's definitely God.
At this point, he has to be God.
Like, he has to be. Like, how else would he just randomly appear in this jail cell? For one, he's been all over in the movie just randomly. You never really established who he was. But
classic God moves.
Right. Point aside, he's in the cell and the play's happening and the play's being broadcasted to public radio. That doesn't happen.
The local middle school play is being broadcast on the radio.
That doesn't happen ever.
Is that Superintendent Jones there on the second row?
Don't get me started.
Did you see his musical production last year?
Amateur.
Miracle on the High Seas.
More like mutiny on the low B flats.
Oh, yeah.
One good music joke in the movie.
I'll give that one to you, movie.
Yeah.
You got one. So then they dramatically play the final tape that he wasn't allowed to see earlier, and it's not grandpa porn. It would almost be better if it was.
Probably
no,
just a
it's the
little bit
tragic
better.
death of the son, which was videotaped and apparently later found and then delivered to the family, even though nobody survived.
How'd they find it? This movie hurts me. Still doesn't make you a good movie, though.
And then to speed you through the last couple of cliches, yes, that guy was God, yes, everybody lives happily ever after, and yes, there is one more speech. All right, that was Last Ounce of Courage.
Yeah! Woo! Let's never watch that again.
That movie took the last ounce of my sanity. If you're the kind of person that thinks the liberal media is trying to steal all of your guns so that they can take over America and remove God, then, next time you crawl out of your crazy bunker, you should pick up a copy of Last Ounce of Courage.
Go for it, and don't forget to not vote for Obama. Barack Hussein Obama. He's gonna take your guns away. Just don't worry about it.
Any day now.
Any day it's gonna happen. He's
Him
gonna
and
do it.
Shrillery Clinton.
Shrillery Clinton. I've never heard that one before. That movie was a pile of garbage.
The movie made me hate Christmas.
0 out of 10. Join us next time when we review. What are we doing next? Elves? Elves. Will Ferrell's secret prequel to Elf. It's Elves.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Don't let him lie to you like that.
All right. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Just kidding. I was the liberal media the whole time. Burn Christmas. Ah!